In Uganda's evolving political landscape, one figure has consistently dominated headlines with an unconventional and often controversial style: General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the Chief of Defense Forces. From his explosive tweets to his blunt dismissals of elected officials and unrestrained military deployments, Muhoozi's leadership approach has sparked both admiration and deep-seated fears about what his unchecked authority could mean for Uganda's future.
A careful one would have known the political implication of doing what he does. But in the search for relevancy, in the search for being seen to be in charge, he's messing around.
According to critics, Muhoozi's conduct has blurred the constitutional boundary between the Uganda People's Defense Forces and the civilian political space. To them, while the military is supposed to remain non-partisan, his frequent political statements and involvement in state affairs beyond security concerns raises red flags. One of the most recent examples was his infamous tweet where he promised to reward officers at the front line of beating journalists that covered the Kawempe by-election.
What his father had carefully tried to handle is now using the new position of CDF to kind of give an impression that he's in charge.
Maybe the father is fearing him, or the father is telling him, and the man is going, just acting in a very weird manner.
Doesn't he know what his son is doing? As a commander-in-chief, doesn't he know that now his son is undermining the institutions that make up his government of NRM?
His public attacks on members of parliament, whom he recently labelled clowns and thieves, have worsened tensions between the military and the legislative arm of government. By dismissing elected officials, Muhoozi is actively undermining Uganda's democratic institutions and painting a dangerous picture of military supremacy over civilian authority.
Because if you start undermining institutions, then there is breakage of the law. There is no way you can come and enforce the law on the lower cadre when the cadres at a higher echelons are just abusing the laws of the country.
According to legislators, if Muhoozi does not recalibrate his leadership style, Uganda could be heading toward a dangerous political and security crisis.
But the way the son is behaving, the CDF, if you are not careful, we are bound to go into a terrible chaos.
The fear is that insanity may excite elements in the army who would say, I think this is bad. This is not who we are.
Because there are other people within the military who are not respecting and supporting his behaviors. And there are very many civilians out there who are not in support of his behaviors.
For a country that has endured decades of civil conflict before Museveni took power in 1986, the fear is that Muhoozi's methods could be sowing the seeds of future instability. Will Muhoozi adapt to the responsibilities of his office, or will his unchecked power drive the country into deeper uncertainty?